So hello and welcome back to another video, fellow coin collectors, and in today's video we're looking at die cracks. So as you can see, I have two styles of writing. I have old and I have new, and die cracks are similar to a card in that it's damage to a die, but they're different than a card. So a card is where the piece of the die breaks off. So here on this United States 3-cent coin, we have damage to one of the ones. So that is where the die has broken off. A piece of it, and then it's gone somewhere else. Yeah, it can be stuck in here. But that is pretty much a broken die. A card, that's what a card is. A die crack is where the die hasn't had any pieces broken off, it's just broken. So that's why these are pretty much lines. And here we have a 1927 coin. And I don't, so where is the cut on this one? What a die crack. Okay, looks like, yep, this has got a smaller die crack. If you keep on using the die, it usually, they get bigger. But this one has a small die crack in between the S and the V. So that is not really a well-developed die crack. But you would get 1927 pennies with a lot bigger die cracks, and there's another smaller one in between the E and the A. So that is a die crack, and the E, yeah, looks like there's a die crack with the E as well. So these are pretty common on pennies. As you can see, I've got quite a lot of penny coins with die cracks. Okay, let's have a look at this 1923. Okay, you see that line there? You can mistake that for a die crack, but that's not a die crack. This one's pretty much covered, so I'm not going to take it out. Where is that die crack? Anyway, there is a die crack, just can't find it. So this coin here, this is a 1923 penny. Condition is probably very fine. And as you can see, the die crack is well developed. Start from IMP. You can see it's got quite a few. And there's one major crack along it. And then it started to crack in other places. So it's just totally starting to break down. And you can see all through the name George, just the 5th TG, the die crack is well developed. Usually these sell for about $5 for the minor ones. One like this is probably $20 to $30. And most of the ones I have are not that developed. I put them in these covers and put die cracks so I just don't forget. And here's a 1919 penny with another die crack. As you can see, it's well developed. And this one starts from the end of Australia. So maybe get rid of that light because it is causing too much reflection. So we have, okay, the die crack starting from around there, goes around, and as you can see, it goes pretty much through Commonwealth as well. So that's a good die crack. So that's the second one. And die crack through, I'll take this one out. So it's another minor die crack on a coin in fine condition. So I based the condition on the actual crown. And as you can see, the die crack goes through the top of the crown and the lettering as well. So a very minor one, worth probably about $5. But as it is a 1919 or 1920, probably puts the price up a bit, probably about $10 to $15 for that coin. So here we have a 1924. So this one has a die fill on the 4. So this is a trifecta. We have a lamination starting to happen. Lamination peel. And the die crack is in Commonwealth. As you can see, it's started to develop. So it's not at the initial stages, probably at the early mid stage. And that looks like it'll probably eventually go all the way around the actual coin. And on the back, we don't have any die cracks, so that's needs more lamination on this side. So you can get more than one type of error on a coin. And here we have a 1933, so these ones you can get over dates as well. And the die crack is above Australia, so you can see the die crack starting with A, ending at the R. And this one will most likely develop even further as it goes across the A. Pretty much will end at the R. So the development of the crack will just go around this way. It could peter out at the F because it's just the way it is. But it also could continue on. So that's a nice coin, probably worth about $5 or $10 in itself. But you can check eBay and see what they actually cost. So here we have a penny from Elizabeth II, and it has a die crack going through Elizabeth. You can see it goes pretty much all the way around, nearly. So Gratia doesn't have it through, so it hasn't split the die all the way through yet. And this one also has lamination, so where that dark color is, it's lamination. It's also a little bit off center. You want it to be more off center to be a nice coin, and also it's in pretty high grade. So this one probably command quite a fair bit of money for an error like this in high grade. But they don't just occur on the old penny coins. So here I have a 25 base from Oman. As you can see, the date has a die crack going right through it. So it's 1395. And on the other side, we don't have any die cracks. So that's the coat of arms of Oman. So you can get them on any currency, any time period. And it depends on how serious the crack is. So this coin usually costs just a few dollars, $3 or $4, but with this one probably like $10 or $20. Then we have an Indian coin. You can see the die crack right going through the coat of arms, which is the Ashoka pillar. So the die crack is here. So it's yeah, pretty good, but this one is better in that it's got a die crack on the other side as well. So, and this looks like the die has actually fallen. So when the die cracks, usually it's, you know, at the same height, but this one has a difference in the actual thickness of the actual, it's just sunken down. So this one's sunken down, this one's been pushed up, so that's why it looks a bit different. So that one, I'm not too sure how much that costs. Probably I'll need to look it up. And you get them on old coins. So this one is a 1 Kreutzer from Nassau. You can see the die crack going through the actual name. So if you can't see it, we have die crack going through here and die crack going through Zogtum, so Kingdom of Nassau. Another die crack going through the M to the crown. So they're all heading towards the crown. And there's another die crack on this side. And down here, so this die is pretty much cracked, and there's Munzen, which means money. Another die crack there, die crack on the Z. So older coins of this type more likely have die cracks because of the technology, and they pretty much use the dies until they are nearly destroyed. And on this side, any die cracks? No, I don't see. So that's a nice one. It's a nice little silver coin. And the last die crack we have is from Botswana. So this is from the demonetized currency of 98. You can see the die crack going through Ipali Gang. So There's a die crack on that side. Does it have a die crack on the other side? Yes, it does. With the bird to the rim. So this just goes to show you can find die cracks on any currency, any time period, and it's just a very interesting thing to look for. In Australia, you're most likely to get them on pennies and half pennies. I don't see that. Actually, I haven't seen any on the decimal currency. If you have any die cracks on decimal currency, they probably do exist. Please leave a comment down below. I'll be very interested to see what die cracks do occur on our current currency. And that goes with a lot of modern coins. Maybe it's just a sampling bias. Anyway, here's where I'll leave the video. That's what a die crack is. So look for it in your currency, in any country, and also any time period. Thank you very much for watching my video. I'll leave a link down below to eBay so you can look at die cracks on the internet and have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.